Have you ever thought about charging your listeners for the content you create, whether on your website or the streams that you provide? Today, we'll talk all about subscriptions.
This is Better Radio Websites, the podcast for radio professionals who want to see their website generate more traffic and revenue. Each week, your host, Jim Sherwood, and his special guests give you time-tested tips and secret tricks to ensure your radio station dominates digital in your market. Here we go.
Hi, it's Jim, and welcome back to Better Radio Websites, the podcast that wants to help you get more visitors and the most revenue from your radio station website. Thanks a lot for tuning in this week. Well, you and your team, you create all this great content for your radio station website. That is so awesome for you. You have listeners coming back day after day. You have the stats to show it. Have you ever thought to yourself, well, maybe we should lock down some of this content behind a paywall and charge subscribers access to it? When a website blocks access to its content and then asks you to get a paid subscription, that's called a paywall. And the folks that have access behind the paywall are subscribers. Many online publishers are doing this. The New York Times, Wall Street Journal, Entrepreneur.com, hundreds and hundreds more. And while it is possible to make money by charging visitors access to certain areas of your website, the bad news is that it can be very difficult. First, you have to ask yourself these questions. Is anyone else providing the same or similar content that I want to provide, and are they charging for it? You know, nobody's going to want to pay you for something that they can get free somewhere else. Are you already giving away the content that you're wanting to put behind the paywall? This can be very difficult because charging for content that you have previously given away for free is a great way to drive away fans. Oh, I see, they hooked me in. Now I have to pay for it. Also ask yourself, how many current and potential visitors would pay for your content? Whatever number that you think that is, it's probably going to be less. And how much will these visitors pay for your content? How much do you think they'll pay per month or per year or whatever? Whatever you think that number is, it's probably going to be less. And then finally, you have to ask yourself, is it likely that either a current or future competitor could provide the same content but give it away? Let's say you are competing against another radio station in the same market, and you want to lock down a certain piece of whatever's happening in your market, and then all of a sudden your competitor says, I see what they're doing. They're trying to get revenue from having subscribers to this. Let's do that. Let's do it better, and we'll give it away for free, and we'll have our sponsors just attach themselves to it. So they're going to beat you at that game by giving it away for free. So don't let that happen. You must provide something truly extraordinary that nobody else is going to provide either now or likely to provide in the future. Even then, you have to set your price point low to keep visitors interested and get them on board with it. That's why there's so many services out there that are only, $10 a month, $5 a month, $7 a month, $20 for the entire year. I mean, and everybody has now, 10 different subscriptions to different things that they either get on their mobile devices, or I'm watching this or I'm watching that to get your favorite shows, that sort of thing. For your content, you must be offering something that is premium. By its very nature, premium means that the information is better and they're more valuable and compelling than other content that's out there, other content that's in your market or that would interest the people that you're trying to get on board as subscribers. Regular town news, it's really not compelling content that people are clamoring to pay for. If so, your local newspaper would be thriving with their online subscription business. Now, I know some newspapers are doing great at this, and that's awesome for them, but chances are that your local newspaper is not doing very well with this. All right. So this is probably why you're thinking, okay, my radio station is probably doing a little bit better than their newspaper is, because all of our news that we have on our website is free and they're charging for it. So people are going to flock to where the information is free, and they don't really mind the ads and that sort of thing. I mean, that's pretty much what we tell our advertisers, right? So your radio station really needs to have some content that isn't really being served anywhere else. If you're thinking about the subscription model, it has to be premium in nature, consistently fresh, and compelling to a percentage of people that would make the effort for it to be profitable at that low cost point, okay? So you kind of have to weigh All right, am I going to put all this effort into it and only have 5 people that are paying $5 a month? That's not going to be a very good model to go from. All right, see, I told you all this was going to be difficult. All right. Subscriptions for streaming. We've had some radio stations reach out to us and ask about maybe locking down their stream. And, they're doing this to combat Pandora, Spotify, and the others. They're looking to maybe do something different with their audio stream, maybe contain a stream that has maybe little or no commercials. And some are really, they don't really care. They just said, all right, I want people to pay to listen to my stream online. Yes, the stream has commercials. We don't do anything different. It's just, we just want people to pay in order to listen. And so I have to ask them these same questions that, I posed earlier. Is somebody else out there providing the same or similar content, and are they charging for it? Because if somebody else has the same format that you do and play the same artists and whatnot, and they're not charging for it, they're going to go there. Have you been giving away the content your radio station stream, and now you're going to start thinking about locking it down? Because you may drive folks away from your radio station if all of a sudden you're going to start charging for folks to listen online because you want them to listen as often as they can, right? And how many current and potential visitors would actually pay to listen to the radio station with its commercials and all that sort of thing? Whatever number you think that is, it's probably less. How much do you think they would be willing to pay? It's probably less. And, is it likely that some other radio station could do the exact same thing and give it away for free? So maybe your competitor changes formats to something more similar to what you have, and then they give the stream away as a part of their onboarding process. All right, so charging for a station stream is likely going to be more difficult than locking down that content that's on your website, because most people don't mind the occasional commercial stop set. Yes, everybody complains about commercial stop sets, but we tell our advertisers that they don't mind because the radio station is for free. So you'll also want to be prepared for the advertisers on your radio station to come at you with those serious questions. Hey, you tell us that folks don't mind commercials, and then you're going to offer a stream that doesn't have commercials? I think I want to go advertise someplace else. So you're going to need a good answer for those people as well. And then if you're going to offer your stream as a subscription based, and there are folks out there that are already doing this right now. I don't know how well they are actually selling it or how many subscribers they have. But if you're going to do this, offer something in addition to the stream without commercials or something like that. Some kind of other premium content that subscribers simply can't get with your traditional radio station. That is something that you could tell advertisers, hey, yeah, they're getting the commercial free stream, but they're also getting this and this and this and this. Now, here are some ideas of some subscription-based content that you could offer as a part of that. Now, you would probably need a specific app to have all of these things, but here are some ideas. Podcast. Now, if you have a popular local show that has lots of engagement, then a commercial-free version maybe of that show might be possible. Your local show may do more bits, more contests, more outlandish stuff than they would over the air. And then premium subscribers would have access to this, as well as previous shows, other subscriber-only bonuses, that sort of thing. Sports. If you already broadcast local games over the air and run commercials throughout, you're more than likely already doing this, but a premium online subscription may include access to all of the previously aired games that are commercial free, additional locker room interviews, commercial free live broadcast versus the broadcast with the commercials. You could hear the announcers actually talking back and forth or maybe talking to some people down on the field, that sort of thing during the commercial breaks. And even the ability to chat back and forth live with the broadcasters via that app during the events. So that would be good feedback. That would be something that I could see somebody paying for access to. All right, another one would be pay-per-view or listen events. If you have high-profile sporting events or maybe concerts that the radio station is organizing, consider a pay-per-view or listen component to that. This is where subscribers pay to access to listen to or watch the event when they're not able to attend it. If you have a local concert venue there in your market, you may work out a deal with them and the concert promoter. I'm sure you'd have to get more access from the record labels and all this kind of other stuff as well to broadcast that as well. But still, you could have that ability to broadcast that with a pay-per-view or pay-per-listen event as well. And then lastly, seasonal events. If you have recreational seasons in your area, this could be an opportunity for you to create valuable content around each of those as well. For example, here in the South, we have several hunting seasons throughout the year. Premium content, subscription content could be created around each season or maybe all seasons together for maybe a slightly higher fee. You get the deer hunting season for this $2 a month, but you get the entire season all year for all these different kinds of animals for $8 a month or something like that. The subscription might provide access to online articles, interviews, audio, insights, video, that sort of thing. My Outdoor TV, I found a website that does this. MyOutdoorTV.com does a similar subscription service, and they have all kinds of these subscriber-only shows within their website and within their app. And I forget I have a link to it in the show notes. I don't know what the actual cost is, but they offer a per month and a per year subscription. So that's year-round revenue they're making just from that. All right, so wrapping up, there are a lot of possibilities out there for your radio station to generate additional revenue from subscription-based content. But do some serious homework first before you start stepping into this. Ask the serious questions that I have listed here to determine if the possible income will outweigh the necessary resources involved to actually pull it off. Because I mentioned that, you may need a special app to house all of these things. Weigh how many subscribers you could have if the content was free, but you inserted banner ads and commercials versus how many subscribers you would have by leaving the paid content out and then charging a subscription fee. Remember, that number is probably going to be less than you think it is. So you have to plan for that. It seems that everyone has learned from radio by giving content away and then adding sponsored content to it, right? Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. Everybody can come to the party for free, but then there's ads along the way that we make money from. And so now we want to change and go to some subscription-based, and that really, really sounds like the way newspaper was trying to claw their way out of their hole, and it doesn't seem to me that they're doing it very well. So unless you have a particular niche and super premium content that warrants a subscription, then the traditional way that we've always done of inserting commercials might generate more revenue for your radio station and be easier on your visitors and followers. Perhaps you can find a way to do both in some capacity along the way, because I can see some of this pay-per-view, pay-per-listen, or some of the sports content, or maybe the seasonal events, those paid podcasts, to be very, very interesting. We don't actually provide any kind of subscriptions within Skyrocket Radio websites, but all this other stuff is very, very cool to do, and you can do it using all kinds of different services out there and then embed them onto your radio station website. And that could be very easy to do in some respects, like having a paid podcast, for example, or paid seasonal events that you only have certain kinds of content that is locked down. That would be easy to embed on a radio station website. All right, so that's it for this week. If you need help with your radio station website, we are here for you. Hopefully, we've had some great insight this week. If we have, leave us a review. And either way, reach out to us at skyrocketradio.com. Have an awesome week online making your radio station website better. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for listening to Better Radio Websites. Inspired by today's episode? Be sure you are subscribed and share this episode with a friend. Visit skyrocketradio.com/podcasts for more episodes as well as show notes for this episode. Need help starting or making your station website better? Visit skyrocketradio.com.